in networking, what matters is not who you know. What matters is who knows you and who knows what you're doing. So, I mean, the connections you get are valuable. And these are people who are going to be the CEOs of this company, the presidents of this company, of this country. Yeah, so I think that connection, apart from just the learning, is very valuable. So the challenge is, how do I get on the interview table? Yeah, and things like certification really help you to be on the certification table, on the interview table. Talk to someone in these events. Tell them, I'm working on this. What do you think? I want to try this. What do you think? This is what I'm doing. Give me a feedback on it. I'm looking for a job. Are you hiring? Those kind of questions. And
hi, tech communities are really vital in each and every techie's life, and they come along with many opportunities that we always have to take advantage of. So here with me, someone has taken advantage of most of the opportunities that always come along with tech communities, and he actually secured his first job through the tech community. So in this video, he's going to be sharing with us about how he actually navigated that whole path, how he utilized the opportunities that come along with being part of tech community. Welcome to the show, Marvin.
Thank you, Sumaya.
Can you briefly tell us about yourself?
My name is Marvin Ngesa. My background is electrical engineering, but today I'm in the tech world because of community. And my day-to-day role is device management. I'm responsible for the devices that we're using in our new growth areas. But outside work, I also do community activities with ARM and also Google developer groups.
Which GDG, to be more specific?
GDG Nairobi.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Can you briefly share your personal experience in tech communities, how you started out?
Yeah, so there was a day I was in school and I was going for lunch. And then I was just walking and then I saw a poster for DevFest. It was a very nice poster, and I said, this looks like a very, very nice thing to go and see. Then I went and discussed the same with my friends. Of course, my background is electrical engineering, and you don't expect the guys from electrical engineering to go and learn about programming, learn about cloud and all that. But we're like, just go and see what's happening here. Then the following day we went and we were sitting there and we're seeing these experts from all over the continent. Femi was in that event. And we didn't learn a lot, but we were excited about what was going on, to the point where the next one, we're also still able to come back because of the first experience that we had. And over a couple of the events we're having, we're now able to say, okay, I can identify with what's happening here. I can identify with this cloud. I can probably find a way. I can see how this cloud relates to what I'm learning in class. I can see how this other one relates to what I'm learning in class. And from my side, I could see how the electronics could probably collect data and then maybe send it to the cloud. So it was really exciting for me. And then at some point I said, okay, I don't just want to come and see what's happening. I also want to probably come and contribute to what's happening, because when you come for the first time, you're just learning from it. So I was able to volunteer, and my role was to come and take posters and request for venues. So I'll go and request for venues, print posters, pin them on the wall, ensure that most of the logistics are okay before the day of the event. And I was able to network with different people and learn a lot, to a point where at some point now I was able to even share back with members of the community. And I was able to grow with the same and even move from my university to even other universities and knowing different people, what they're doing. But over a series of these activities, I was able to grow my skills on Internet of Things, or on cloud and electronics. But I didn't even know that it was Internet of Things. And then at some point, because of what I'm learning in the cloud and what I'm learning with electronics, I was able to join other programs like Intel Ambassador Program and even ARM Ambassador Program. But all this prepared me for my career, because when I was just leaving school, there are a bunch of companies who were just getting into IoT. They have deployed their network and all that, and they were looking for people who have skills in both cloud and electronics. And I got my job immediately. I left school because I had these two skills, and I was able to get these two skills because in class I learned about electronics in the community, I learned about cloud.
Did you apply for that specific job?
No, I didn't apply for the job. I got in as an intern for something called transmission engineering. It's about taking something called a fiber to different people's houses and all that.
Yeah.
But the HR saw that I had some skills that's relevant to what they want to do to the future of the company, and they're able to refer me to the lead in that program. And then I was able to transfer as an intern from where I was as an attachee to become an intern, and then later to become an employee of the company. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So how do you think being part of a community, being part of a tech community made it easy for you to navigate your new job?
So in my new job, or in every new job I've always had, I'm usually at home. Because I remember even when I came to my new company, I was at home because among the guys we're joining with, I knew a range of them. A range of the people who were there. Even that new job that I was joining, of course I didn't know the HR, I didn't know the hiring person and all that. But some of the people in the company, I already knew them from the community, because they're also members of the community. They used to come to our events. They listen to what we are talking about, or they give talks about what they know. So community gives us a unique opportunity to network with different people of different skills, and most of the time these are the people that you meet in these different companies that you go to.
Right. So you've just talked about networking. So how can me, a community member who shows up for events, I sometimes communicate on the community platforms, how can I prepare myself enough to land on a job as I'm in a community?
So I think you need to be intentional when you want to land for a job in a community, in the sense that you need to, first of all, let people know what you're doing or what you're passionate about. Don't just keep it to yourself and be in some dark corner of the room somewhere, or in some end seat somewhere. Just be intentional with it and let people know that I do keras, or I do machine learning, or I do this particular thing. Because the people who are hiring are also in the community. And in networking, what matters is not who you know. What matters is who knows you and who knows what you're doing. So if they know that I know that person and I know that they do this thing, and I need someone who does this thing, then they'll come to you. So try to create a brand and try to let people know also what you do. Yeah.
So now we're talking about putting yourself out there. I understand social media is really vital in helping us put what we do out there. How more effectively can we use social media? Minus let's say I've been working on a project, I post it there. How more can I use it so that I can stand out as a community, or maybe I can even get a job through what I've put on social media?
I think it's more. Again, it's now more of letting people know what you do outside a physical environment. And you could decide to, like you're saying, post what you do, or GitHub profile and all that. But also you could decide to do like what right now you're doing with Keras Nights, where you train people somewhere and to tell other people that, you know what, I've trained people on this, or I'm learning, let's say, Android, or I'm learning this language, or Python, and this may week 1, this may week 2, this may week 100, this may week 200. And if someone is looking for, let's say, someone in a beginner level, they'll see the people are doing, let's say, 100 days of code or 100 days of this one. And if they can see links that they can click, they can say, okay, you've been doing this, but I can also see that there's a link to your LinkedIn profile, or link to your GitHub profile. I can confirm, I can validate that what you're talking about is true. So it can be very easy for them to hire you. Yeah.
All right. Tech meetups, events, networking sessions always offer a platform for beginners, intermediates, experts always meet in one place and maybe share knowledge. So can you share tips on how the attendees of these events can maximize their attendance so that maybe they can potentially find jobs and every other thing related to that?
Of course, there is, when you go to a tech event, there are 3 key things that you can do. Let's say a DDJ event. 1, you can be learning from people. 2, you can also be sharing with people if you know something. And 2 and 3, you can also be networking with people. So for you to maximize your chance of getting a job, you also need to try to network with, just try to have a conversation with someone. And try to have a conversation with someone to a point where you can have the details. You can say, okay, I want to go to this event and I have a target. I need to meet, let's say, 3 new people. And I want to have a conversation with them on what I'm working on. Yeah? Yeah, of course, there's a lot of things you can discuss, but you can have a conversation with someone and say, okay, I can see these guys are going to this event. I know they do this, and I want to have a conversation with this guy, that guy, and that guy. And these are my target goals with all of them. And I want to share with them what I'm working on, get their feedback, or maybe what I'm working on, how I can improve on it, so that if I apply a job another day, of course, reference to that project you're working on, I can have a better thing than what I was having before. But I think it's still just the same thing I was talking about. Still being able to get these people and talk to them about what you're working on. Yeah, and just let them know that, you know what, I've spent this amount of time doing this. This is what I'm working on. What do you think about it? How can I improve it? Or are you looking for someone doing this thing? Yeah.
So someone out here might be confused. Do I need to have specific skills to be part of a community? Do I need to be a programmer? Do I need to be maybe first take on some community courses or anything? Do I have to first do something before I can become part of the community so that maybe I can earn a job from it?
Not at all. Like I told you, I joined the community because I saw a poster on the wall, and I don't have a computer science background, but I just got excited about what's happening. Just curious. What's happening here. So I think the key thing that you need is probably curiosity. Yeah, because also what I know is that every single time I've tried to change a career in my life is because I've been curious and tried something new. I've been curious about, I was doing IT and I was curious about ML. I didn't like it, but I was wondering, okay, what's in this ML? Then I was able to start learning about it and liking it. So you don't need to have any skill. Okay, of course, I know you guys have skills.
Yeah.
But even if you don't have those skills, just go, just be curious, just try to know what's happening here. Then over time, you'll be able to start getting interest in some verticals. Of course, you can say, okay, I know Android, I know mobile, I know web, I know this one. I don't really know where I need to focus on. But the more you attend all these ones, you'll see a place where you're trying to lean on. Yeah? Is it mobile? Is it cloud? Is it machine learning? Then once you lean on that point, maybe you can now grow your skills in that point and say, okay, this is now where I can put my brand into.
All right. Yeah. So apart from getting a job through the tech community, what other things have you gained from being part of a tech community?
Friends. I have friends. I have these amazing people where in almost every city in East Africa, if I go to every city in East Africa, I'll have someone to talk to about Android. I'll have someone to discuss with about devices. I'll have someone to talk to about machine learning, which I think it's a cool thing, because I won't just be in a new city and I'm bored, I don't know what to do. So, I mean, the connections you get are valuable. And these are people who are going to be the CEOs of this company, the presidents of this company, of this country. Yeah, so I think that connection, apart from just the learning, is very valuable. Yeah.
All right, now, for this kind of person who has been, yes, they're part of a certain tech community, but they stay in their comfort zone. They never show up for events. They never participate in anything that the community has to offer. What kind of advice do you have for them?
I advise them to come to more of these events. I know, for example, the people who have been coming to the community events, but maybe they're seeing that maybe what they're getting is probably beginner kind of stuff. They say, okay, I used to come here when I was a beginner, and now I'm becoming an expert. And now I don't see myself probably fitting these communities. But I want to tell you that almost every year, or every single year, we usually have new content. For example, I know if you're doing Google I/O, for example, you may be an expert in something, let's say Android, and you know how to do this particular thing. But in that particular year, maybe there's a new update on how to do that thing better than the way you're doing it. And the best place to learn all this is a community. You'll have someone who have tried that new thing, and they'll kind of show you how to do that thing in a different way, which can make your work more efficient, probably compared to how you're doing it. Of course, still expert level, but now you have a better, more efficient way of doing it. And also, if you're a beginner and you probably just seeing people talking about complex things, complex machine learning and all that, I know these communities they're welcoming to a point where
they are.
You have sessions for beginners, even sessions for the guys who are not in tech, the guys who just want to learn about leadership. So just like me, the way I came with my electronics and voltage knowledge, just come. You'll get something for you. And if you've been on this and you become an expert, please come back again, because there are newer and better ways and more efficient ways of doing what you're doing, even at expert level.
That's great, interesting. So you mentioned that you didn't apply for the first job that you got through the community, but the community members that might be watching this may not be as lucky as you are, may not have the referrals that you had. So how do you think they can prepare themselves for the job opportunities that come within the community? Do you think they should maybe take on certifications, have portfolios, stuff like that? How can they prepare themselves?
Yeah. I think that's a very good question, in the sense that you may probably know something, but when they want to validate what you know, they sometimes check on the certifications, because it makes the works of a hiring manager easier when they can see that you have a certification in something. Of course, you can say, I know this, I've been doing it, but please, if you have a chance to take a certification in something to show that you are competent in this particular thing, please take it. I know, for example, communities like Google developer groups, they have things like road to this particular certification. Just do them, get the certification, so that it's easy for you to get to the interview table to prove the skills that you have. Because most people I know that they know how to do something, but the challenge is, how do I get on the interview table? Yeah, and things like certification really help you to be on the certification table, on the interview table.
All right, so as we come to the end of this, what are the things everyone should have in their mind if they want to get, or if they want to land on a job through the tech community? Those vital things.
Curiosity and being bold. Yeah, be curious. Don't let someone tell you this is a flat event and you can't attend it, or this is a Kairos event and you can't attend it. If you feel that you need to attend it and you're curious about it, go attend it. Go try figure out how that thing relates to what you're doing at the moment, and if it excites you, jump into it. And be bold as well to say, I want to do this, or I want to talk to this person. I know sometimes it could be very hard for you, but just get the courage and talk to someone in these events. Tell them, I'm working on this, what do you think? I want to try this, what do you think? This is what I'm doing, give me a feedback on it. I'm looking for a job, are you hiring? Those kind of questions. And if you do those, then you could move from where you are, learn something new, or add something to what you already know. And also, if you're bold, then you're able to engage different people, you're able to network. You're able to join the 3 things that we do, let's say in a GDG community. You're able to learn, you're able to share because now you're bold and you know what you're doing. You're also able to network because still you're bold.
All right, so we have to learn, share, and network.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you so much. It was nice having you here. I really hope each and everyone out here knows how they can actually land on a job in a tech community and take advantage of all the other opportunities that come from being part of a tech community. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Sumaya, for having me.
Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and you can always leave your feedback in the comment section.